He was sure he could do whatever he wanted. A fat, drunk tourist, reeking of booze and sweat, laughed as he grabbed the Royal Guard's rifle. "Hey man, let me take a shot, huh?" His voice echoed across the square, drawing laughter from some and disgust from others. But when he swung his hand and slapped the guard's helmet, the laughter died instantly, a typical London day at Buckingham Palace. Tourists swarmed the area, snapping photos, gazing in awe at the immovable, majestic guards. Everything is routine. Everything is ordinary. And then he appears from around the corner, fat, sweaty, and disgustingly drunk. A man in his 40s, with a flushed face, a crumpled blazer, and a belly spilling out from underneath a stretched-out t-shirt that reads, "London, baby." He staggers like he just stepped off a ship after a week-long storm. And most of all, the stench. The overpowering reek of alcohol and sweat hits from several feet away. Even pigeons scatter. Nearby tourists wrinkle their noses, stepping back in disgust. The smell is a nauseating cocktail of stale beer, 3-day-old body odor, and cheap street food. But he doesn't care. "Hey, soldier boys!" he bellows, waving his arm wildly, nearly knocking over an elderly tourist. "Come on, smile. That's your job, right? Entertaining us tourists?" The guardsman doesn't move, stands like a statue, his gaze steady and cold, locked onto the drunkard. "What are you, made of stone?" The drunkard stumbles toward him. "What's the matter? You a robot or something? Oh, I get it. You're one of those fancy royal guards, huh?" The crowd starts murmuring. Some people laugh, others pull out their phones to record, but most exchange irritated glances. Everyone can see where this is heading, but the fat drunk has no plans to stop. He chuckles, swaying, then steps right up to the guardsman, waving his hands in front of his face. "Come on, just blink, man. Bet I can make you laugh." The guardsman remains absolutely still. The drunk squints, thinking for a moment. Then a brilliant idea clicks in his booze-soaked brain. He reaches for the guardsman's rifle. The tourist doesn't just try to touch the rifle. He grabs it with his greasy, clammy fingers. A sudden hush falls over the crowd. People freeze. Some gasp. The guardsman almost steps into a fight. His muscles tighten. His jaw clenches. But he doesn't move. He can't. Protocol. But to the drunk, that's just an invitation. "Oh, real metal. Nice. Hey, let me take a shot. What do you say, bud? Give me the gun for a sec." The crowd starts to murmur in alarm. Even the most indifferent tourists can tell this is going too far. But the fat drunk isn't done yet. He snickers. Then, to everyone's horror, he starts yanking on the rifle. "Come on, just let me hold it, man. What's the big deal?" And that's when the guardsman moves. "Step away immediately." The deep, commanding voice booms across the square. The crowd erupts in gasps. Some even stumble backward in shock. The drunkard freezes. For just 1 second. Then he laughs again. "Oh, wow. You can talk. I thought you were dead, standing there like a mummy." But that's not enough for him. He suddenly raises his hand and slaps the guardsman's helmet. This moment will go down in history. The entire crowd stops breathing. Someone drops their phone. The fat drunkard stands there, grinning stupidly. He has no idea he just made the worst mistake of his life. And then, the guardsman lifts his rifle. "Stand still!" he barks. The drunkard goes pale. For the first time, he realizes he has seriously screwed up. The guardsman takes a step forward. His face is as cold as steel, his eyes icy fire. The drunkard stumbles backward, his sweaty face twitching in a nervous grin. Hey man, I was just messing around. It's just a joke, right?" But the guardsman isn't standing still anymore. He steps forward, slow and controlled, rifle at the ready. The crowd screams. Some keep filming, others just stare in shock. The drunkard stumbles back again. Then he trips and falls on his fat ass. A loud, painful thud. The guardsman looms over him like a shadow. "This is the king's guard. Do not touch. Leave immediately." The drunkard nods frantically and crawls away. The crowd explodes. Cheers, claps, whistles. That's what he gets. Disgraceful. Tourists like him shouldn't even be allowed here. Someone's already uploading the video to TikTok. The caption: "Drunk tourist tries to grab a guard's rifle. 1 second later, he turns white." The fat man, red-faced and humiliated, scurries away like a rat. The guardsman, without a word, returns to his post, lifts his chin, straightens his stance, looks straight ahead, as if nothing ever happened. But now, everyone knows. Messing with the king's guard is a one-way ticket to humiliation.